Hello, guys. And guess what? In just over 36 hours and 22 minutes to be exact, you know what time it is? I should have had this prepped. I'm an idiot. But you know what time it is? Let's go! As Stephen Poole Wolverine would say, let's fucking go! Let's go! Oh, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Hit it, boys! That's right, folks. We are now officially 36 hours and 20 minutes away from Viking season. Oh, yes, it's amazing time! All right. So, as many of you might know, I've already posted my actual Vikings prediction for the season, which, if you guys can't find it, I'll let you guys figure it out, but we'll go over it anyway. So, the official game-by-game breakdown of the Minnesota Vikings 2024 season. In essence, my 2024 Minnesota Vikings prediction. All right. So let's start off with this Sunday, where they will play in East Rutherford, New Jersey, against the New York Giants. My prediction: win by at least 13 points. At least 13 points. Like I said in my NFL prediction, nothing exciting about the Giants, okay? Daniel Jones is crapola. Malik Neighbors is the only thing interesting on that offense. Their defense is trash, so yeah. If we can't beat the Giants, let's not go there. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. All right? Forget I mentioned that. Okay. So now we go to week 2. Now, this is where we start to get into a really, really tough stretch. All right? Week 2 against the San Francisco 49ers at home. This is a game that I think could potentially be an upset, but I just don't think it is. I think 49ers are going to beat the Vikings. I think it's going to be probably by at least double digits. 49ers didn't lose anyone. They ended up re-signing everyone, So Vikings are currently 1-1 at this point. And then you got week 3, you got the Houston Texans at home. Yikes. Not only do you have to see Danielle Hunter on his new team, but you also have to see Stephon Diggs. You have to see CJ Stroud was an absolute stud last year. So that will be a loss. Vikings are now 1-2. And then you go at the Green Bay Packers. Now, after tonight's game against the Philadelphia Eagles, where the Packers secondary looks like trash, I am actually kind of leaning to actually change my prediction, but not for this one. It's in Lambeau, Packers always seem to play well there, I think tonight was just an example of, the fact that, Jordan Love, and Jordan Love might be injured, so we have to keep an eye out for this game, but as of right now, assuming Jordan Love is healthy and, the Packers are up to snuff, I'm going to say loss. Vikings drop to 1-3. Then you go to jolly old London and play a game of cricket against the New York Jets, which I predict will be an upset and a win, and the Vikings turn to 2-3. Reason I predict this is because, first of all, Vikings have never ever lost in London. Check it out. All right? Seriously. As far as I can remember, 2 years ago, they beat the Saints. A couple years before that, they beat the Browns. A couple years before that, they beat the Steelers. Those are the 3 games I remember, and I think that's all within the last, 10 to 12 years, I want to say. All of them wins. So, Vikings have a very, very good track record in London. Plus, even though I have them ending 13-4, I think the Jets are slightly overrated. I mean, yeah, like I said, their schedule I think is pretty easy. Like I said, they'll end 13-4, but I do believe that the Jets will be booted out in an upset in the wild card round against their division rival Buffalo Bills. So there's that. So now we're at 2-3. And we will go on bye, and then out of the bye, we are at home against the Detroit Lions, which I predict will be a loss and fall to 2-4. I just think, Lions are going to have most of everyone's numbers this year. So, yeah. So, after the Lions, 2-4. And then we go at the Rams on a Thursday night game. Yikes and ouch. We fall to 2-5, sadly enough. Now, this is where you think things are in the worst possible situation there are. No way in hell the Vikings can make the playoffs, etc., etc., etc. Just wait. 2-5 through the first 7 games of the season is actually pretty damn good, considering how freaking relatively easy the second half of the schedule is. So now let's start off with the 8th game of the season, which is at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Win, Vikings improve to 3-5. I mean, the Colts have Anthony Richardson and their offense looks good. Defense, I'm not impressed by, I think that's a win. At the Jaguars, win. Vikings are now 4-5, okay? Trevor Lawrence, who in their right mind decided to give Trevor Lawrence a $50 million extension? He went to one playoff game and he lost. They were freaking up by 21 points and they gave the game away to Brandon Staley and the Los Angeles Chargers or that. All right, so yeah, no, Chargers win 4-5. At Titans, win 5-5. Titans, honest to God, could probably be the worst team in the NFL this season. There's nothing exciting about the Tennessee Titans, okay? So yeah, win there. The Vikings have now won 3 games in a row, and they're now 5-5. So just chill out, everyone. Relax, okay? The sun will come out. Okay, now we get into the thick of things. Versus the Cardinals. Wait a minute. I think I missed a game. Oh, yeah, at Bears. Okay, so we're now 5-5 going to the Bears. That will be a loss. We will fall to 5-6. Just relax. Vikings track history in Chicago has been spotty at best, okay? Bears, I don't think they're probably going to be in 4th place, but I think they will get a win every now and then this season. So, yeah. Vikings are now 5-6 after losing to the Bears in Chicago. At home against the Cardinals, win. 6-6, but very, very close, okay? Cardinals, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the potential of them being actually decent this year. I think that they'll end 5-12 and stuff like that, but they did get Marvin Harrison Jr., okay? So I think and maybe if Kyler Murray gets his head out of their ass, they'll be something. So yeah. So win against the Cardinals, you're now 6-6. Yep. Now, this is the crucial game. You win this game, you put yourself in a pretty good spot. You lose this game, things are a little bit dicey. But it's a revenge game. At home against the Atlanta Falcons with Kirk Cousins. Win for the Vikings, improve to 7-6. Kirk Cousins hopefully sees the fact that he made a mistake chasing the money. And I mean, the Falcons screwed him over anyway because they drafted Michael Penix. So essentially, they're either wasting 2 years of Michael Penix's contract or 2 years of Kirk Cousins' contract. So there's that. Win against the Falcons, improve to 7-6, and then Get the Bears at home, win, improve to 8-6. At Seattle, win, 9-6. Seattle is not as good. Not as good. I think they're going to end 4-13 in the last place of the NFC West, okay? Geno Smith is a mid-level quarterback at the best of times. They do have Jackson Smith and Jibba. They do have Kenneth Walker. They have weapons. Obviously, DK Metcalf on the offense. Their defense is not the Legion of Boom. This is not the Legion of Boom. Pete Carroll is no longer there. I don't think the Seahawks are going to be interesting to watch this season. So, win against the Seahawks, you improve to 9-6. You feeling me? You feeling the energy? You feeling the positivity? Okay. At home against the Packers, win 10-6. Look up the Packers' history at US Bank Stadium. I believe they have won once there, and that was last season. Maybe twice, but I believe they have only won once at US Bank Stadium. Their track record at US Bank Stadium is not that good. And like I said, if the concerns that have happened with the Packers after their loss to the Eagles tonight continue, maybe the Vikings actually are better than the Packers this season. Maybe. So yeah, just wait. So now we're sitting at 10-6. We're looking pretty. We're primed for a playoff spot. Yes. I think, if I remember correctly, when I did this in the playoff predictor, we were in the 6th spot after this. So then you go at the Lions in week 17, and that will be a loss, or week 18. And you're dropped to 10-7. So yeah. But you clinch the 7th seed. The Minnesota Vikings ending the season as 10-7 and the 7th seed. Now, if you guys watch my NFL prediction, you already know what I said is going to happen. They're going to play the 2nd seed, which is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're going to lose that game. I know it's probably not what you all wanted to hear, but just picture this for a second. Just picture this. For the past 10 years, with the exception of the last 2 seasons of the Zimmer years, I believe, the Vikings have always followed a non-playoff season with a playoff season. All right? Ergo, last season, non-playoff season. This year, playoff season. And now, to discuss the personnel we have on our team. The biggest question mark is Sam Darnold. And all I say is this. We don't need Sam Darnold to be freaking Patrick Mahomes. We just need him to play smart and competent smart and competent football. All right? That means no forcing the ball like Nick Mullins and throwing multiple interceptions per game. Be smart. And I believe in KOC as the quarterback guru, okay? Because just imagine this for a second. Vikings ended last season at 7-10 and were in playoff contention until the last month of the season last year. All right, 7-10 in contention for the playoffs until the last month of the season last year. And this was without our star quarterback Kirk Cousins for half of the season, and also without Justin Jefferson for half the season as well. Most teams, if they lose their starting quarterback and one of their star wide receivers for half the season, would buckle. You guys do not give KOC and Brian Flores enough credit. You have to give Brian Flores credit enough too. What he does with their defense, and I'll just say this as an example for this season. Our defense, yes, we did lose Danielle Hunter, granted, but we did get younger, okay? We signed Jonathan Grenard. We drafted Dallas Turner. We got Andrew Van Ginkel. Our cornerbacks, even though they don't look good on paper, actually have great depth, okay? Stephon Gilmore looks like he might be, a little bit washed, but he's still a guy who can play in the NFL, okay? And Brian Flores has always made guys play hard and above talent level. This is a proven fact. Flores knows how to motivate a defense. Then you go to the offensive side. You extended Justin Jefferson. You throw the ball anywhere near him, he's going to catch it. Excuse me. You also signed Aaron Jones, who It's a play action stud. I'm kind of sad they only did a one year contract with him. I wish they did like 2 or 3, but I understand running backs when they hit their age of 30, it's a little bit risky signing them to a multi-year contract, okay? So there's that. You still have Ty Chandler, who can be a power back now and then. Jordan Addison, who people were saying he was going to be suspended. It looks like he's going to play the first week of the season. And he was a stud last year when Jefferson was out. And, you have some, you got Tristan Jackson, you have some solid wide receivers that aren't named Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Now, granted, the tight end spot, TJ Hawkinson will be out for at least 4 to 6 weeks, but, I'm not super concerned about that, okay? Honest to God, I am not. All right? And then you got the offensive line. You extended Christian Darrisaw. Bravo. Bravo, Kwesi. Bravo. Honestly, guys, the biggest question mark, Sam Darnold. And I know a lot of you are going to say it sucks that J.J. McCarthy got injured. But you know what? I believe it was a good thing that he got injured when he did. Now he has a whole season to study and watch and see how KOC runs the offense. Come next season, J.J. McCarthy is going to be ready to ball. And trust me, guys. Believe me when I say this. That kid just knows how to fucking win, okay? He's won state championships. He won Big Ten championships. He's won a national championship. He just knows how to fucking win. And I was initially against him. I didn't want the Vikings to draft him. I wanted the Vikings to either go after Drake May or, maybe Michael Penix or something like that. But here's the thing. You watch him play. Initially, when he was at Michigan, obviously they ran the ball a lot. They didn't pass it. But what he was really, really good at was critical downs. He was good on 3rd and 4th down and critical decisions. All right? And then the one preseason game he played, he was throwing bombs. The kid knows how to play football. Believe me when I say this, guys. I believe within the next 5 years, I'm not going to go crazy, but within the next 5 years, J.J. McCarthy will be the quarterback that leads the Minnesota Vikings to a Super Bowl championship. Bet money on that. Just you wait, all right? Especially come next season, because we're going to have a crap load of a salary cap. We're going to be like the Houston Texans were this offseason. We're going to be signing and loading up that team, and we're going to go nuts. Trust me, book it. But for this season, 10-7, 7th seed playoffs for the Minnesota Vikings. Book it. Do not. What was I going to say? Do not think I'm not telling the truth, okay? I am being for real. All right, guys? All right. Oh, boy. Okay, we're almost at midnight now, so that means we are 36 hours and 4 minutes away from Minnesota Vikings football, all right? So, see you guys later. I might be posting tomorrow night about something. I don't know what. Maybe some college football talk, or we'll just have to wait and see, all right, guys? Have a good night, and remember, get ready. It's almost SKOL time, baby. See you guys.